Hey guys, welcome back. For those of you who are new, welcome. Guys, why is it so important to not give up your guns? Well, for a number of reasons. And you see, every major event that's ever happened in history, right, has always been due to violence. The fall of Rome, right? Many major wars that have led to both the creation and destruction of certain people groups, nations, or whatnot. And in recent history, right, these events have taken place that could have been prevented had people had not given up their guns. Namely, Germany and Australia. Australia in the 2000s, right, with the COVID pandemic, or endemic, whichever one you want to call it. I don't care. We all understand when we say COVID. So a lot of people don't know, which is crazy. You know, when I did my Second Amendment speech for one of my college classes, I was blowing people away because people had no idea. You see, hardly anybody really knows that German citizens were armed before the end of the 40s. The government that was elected at that time, right, Hitler, he started pushing for, well, he and his party started pushing for gun control, right? Because they were worried about the crime with, all of this availability with guns and everything like that. And they did a really good job of that because people turned in their guns. They did. And we saw what happened there. A lot of people also don't know where the term assault rifle came from. Now, assault rifle, right, is a term that was given to the STG-44, right? It was the new rifle to be used, right, during World War II as the new infantry rifle. You guys want to take a guess at who coined it? It was Hitler himself. He gave it that name. The assault rifle or the storm rifle. So, you want to take a guess at who is using those terms now in an effort to push gun control? Makes you wonder if there's a connection. Now, I've heard that, George Soros was actually a part of the party who made a deal with the CIA and FBI and all that stuff, all those guys, when he came over here, right? And he was teaching the CIA to use, the media as a weapon against the civilians. They say conspiracies aren't just conspiracies anymore. It's most often that they're proven true. But I'm not exactly sure if that's true or not. Wouldn't surprise me if it is. But if someone does know about it, feel free to talk about it in the comments, right? Instead of straight on the facts. I'm just speaking my mind here. But moving on from Germany, right? We saw millions of people dying and put in camps and all this stuff, right? So, Australia. Not as many deaths, obviously, right? not as violent. However, I want to say in the 90s, the early 2000s, right? They gave up their guns, turned everything in, and all that. And then here we have in 2019, 2020, you had Australians being relocated, right, to certain facilities, camps, for a certain amount of time, right, doing God knows what. And for those who protested, right, they got beaten. You guys not remember those clips of Australians in the streets protesting, marching, and you had policemen on horseback, cavalry, and they were beating people with batons. I mean, blood everywhere. They were arresting people left and right. Do you guys not remember that? I do. And now, most recently, with what's going on with the UK, people being arrested for even defending themselves. People trying to defend themselves, they're being arrested for that. Can you believe that? That's insane. A little old lady was arrested for defending herself against some guy who assaulted her, some years back. Tyranny, guys. Tyranny. That's what it comes down to. It's tyranny. The reason Americans have their rights is to protect themselves against tyranny. And listen, guys, for my men, the buck just doesn't stop with us. It starts with us, but it doesn't stop. It goes on to our women and children too. Because if we're not the ones that stop the tyranny when it happens, our women and children are going to get the worst of it. You can imagine what would have happened, right? If our founding fathers, right, and those who fought with the Continental Army had given up their guns before the war even started. They would have been put through bogus trials. The judges might have been threatened, bribed, or simply removed in order to place our founding fathers and those who fought in the army in jail and eventually executed. You see, that was a part of the grievances, right, that was written in our Declaration of Independence, that they were literally putting people in prison for bogus charges and even executing them. You see, guys, tyranny isn't just something where someone tells you can't do something. Tyranny is killing you because you believe in something. That's what that is. So that's why you shouldn't give up your guns. That's why it's so important to make sure that you have the right to bear arms, that you have the ability to protect yourself. All right? Now, guys, make sure you go out and train, okay? Know how to use a firearm. Know how to use knives, axes, swords, bows, crossbows, whatever. Know your weapons and know how to use them. Because whether you're defending yourself from your home or excuse me, that you're defending yourself in your home from invaders, or tyranny comes knocking at your door, you're going to know how to react. You're going to know what to do. So guys, stay safe out there, all right? We have in the palms of our hands all of this information. But a lot of people are so surface level that they don't even think to even realize that perhaps this information might be helpful. So do yourselves a favor too and research. Keep an open mind and always question everything. Knowledge is power, guys. And boys, we got to protect our families. We got to protect our women and children. Because if we don't, everything falls. Like I said before, we are the cornerstone of society. We're the foundation of the nation. All right? So, we got to take this shit seriously. That's pretty much all I got, boys, for this video. I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you guys happen to have anything that you would like me to talk about, please leave a comment in the comment section. I read them. I try to respond to them as much as possible. As always, take care of yourselves. And if any of this information really helped you out, please like and subscribe. You know, YouTube algorithm, really, it rewards subscriptions, likes, and comments, especially comments. So, and I wanna hear what you guys have to say too, right? Because this is a community where, you know, I'm building up men, and I wanna cultivate this community, guys. So, help me spread this message, because there's a lot of guys out there that need to hear this message. So, I'd appreciate the help, guys. And as always, take care of yourselves, and I'll talk to you soon.